Well, we have replay sync, so it shouldn't be a problem anyways. Welcome back, everyone, to the ESV TV, Twitch TV, Korean Weekly, Season 2, Day 1 of Week 1 here in Season 2. We're currently watching this best-of-1 match in Round 1 between Messiah as our yellow Zerg in the 1 o'clock position representing Team Clash against his opponent in the 7 o'clock position, MorroW, as our purple Terran representing Team Mount Sports. I am Orb. Casting with me is Wax Steven. I hope you guys have been enjoying our cast so far. If so, please go ahead and follow us on Twitter. I am ORBTL. Wax Steven is Wax Steven, WACKSTEVEN. And if not, that's totally fine, but please leave us any constructive criticism in the tournament discussion thread on teamliquid.net.
Absolutely. It's always much appreciated. All right, so again, we were talking about how MorroW has a pretty good understanding of this matchup. He is getting himself a supply depot at the ramp, going to be walling off there. Curious to see what he's going to be doing here on Daybreak. We just saw Xenio versus Tier, and Xenio chose an interesting strategy for PvZ that didn't really work out so well. You know, due to several factors, probably the extra hatch and the size of the map, and a lot of things, you know, including some great play from his opponent. And MorroW's going to go ahead and doing some crazy stuff himself. He's going to be building a Rax in quite an odd location, if I can say so myself. Yeah,
this is becoming the standard almost nowadays in TvZ. It's kind of crazy how often we're seeing it. It's like almost every game nowadays, EVT, Terrans like to put they like to mac a Rax, man. They just like to put their barracks out there because that way the Zerg gets in your main and they have to instantly be scared. They don't know, did you put that barracks like somewhere in your natural? Did you actually put it across the map and you're proxying them? What the heck is going on here? So it just, you know, puts the Zerg already at the start of the game on the back foot, on the defensive. So nice little minor move, and it, you know, really doesn't affect you otherwise since you can just lift the barracks later on, put it back into your main. Maybe we'll see MorroW with his forward positioning actually use these early Marines. You know, perhaps go ahead. It looks like he's going to go ahead and try to find an Overlord to start off. He's scouting around with that SCV.
Nice.
Perhaps to try to find it. Already has his barracks rallied up there, so might get an early Overlord kill. But if not, maybe we'll see him go ahead and do that that one Rax bunker rush play at the natural of Messiah to try to put him yet again on the defensive and force perhaps a couple drone kills early on.
Messiah did see that Rax, which is pretty nice. The Marines now cranking away here for MorroW. This is going to give Messiah quite a bit of information. He's got his spawning pool about halfway done, so he knows where the Rax is right now, and he could put on quite a bit of pressure there and force that Rax to float away. Nope, it's already floating away. So only two Marines cranked out there by MorroW, and he is going to actually get a free Ovi.
Yeah.
That's always pretty nice early on in the game.
Oh, it's so nice. You know, Zerg builds, well, all builds at this stage of the game are so streamlined, especially in the early game. It's like, you know, every little mineral matters. So to have to spend an extra larva and 100 minerals on an Overlord for essentially for nothing, I mean, that's just totally free for MorroW right there. It's a great move for MorroW, and it's going to put Messiah back on his build just a little bit. Now, he did get the extra Overlord on time, started it ahead of time. So he didn't really get supply block there, but it does still put you just a little bit behind. It looks like a Reactor Hellion expansion, just the most standard possible build you can do in TvZ is what we're seeing from MorroW. Nothing out of the ordinary here. He wants to, you know, of course, I mean, it's a best of one. You got to play, I mean, you have to either play completely off the wall, nuts all in a best of one, or just play completely standard and try to move forward with that standard game. Looks like Messiah only left one drone and gas, so he wants to keep his options open in case he does see some type of cheese coming from MorroW. Maybe he'll use that extra gas early on to start an earlier +1, maybe an earlier lair. Maybe he'll even use them for some roaches, although I really doubt it on a large map like this.
And taking a look at MorroW right now, he's getting that command center, his natural, almost finished. Third command center going down, as we saw from. We've seen from Tasia, definitely in the past, he likes to just get the extra mules out and get himself some economy going before he actually sets that third base up. MorroW has his rally point set for the mineral line on that third command center already, and he's floating his factory on over, and he's going to be putting his barracks down on that reactor. Or no, I'm sorry, he's starting an attack lab there. Starting an attack lab, and yeah, he's putting another barracks up at that reactor to crank out some Marines. So meanwhile, he is throwing up a bunker to get his choke point secure, and he's doing a little bit of Hellion harass right now. 2 Hellions out and about inside the base of his opponent Messiah. Messiah taking a little damage on the Queen, nothing to be too concerned about. It's keeping the Hellions at bay, and they haven't really done a whole lot of damage, but they have seen what's going on with the gas.
Yeah, they saw the Roach Warren. This is just unbelievably good scouting, though, from Messiah. Even gets one Ling into the main base. A crucial mistake there by MorroW. Didn't lift that supply depot in time. This Ling actually might even be able to stop the SCV that's building this barracks right here, or even the command center. But that scouting from Messiah is so huge, because what he was doing right there is actually really unorthodox. He didn't build a single spine, an additional queen, a lot of Zerglings, any of that to deal with Hellions. And when you're up against a Reactor Hellion expansion, you don't know if the Terran is going to continue making Hellions like almost indefinitely, if they're going to switch into Blue Flame, or if they're going to immediately switch that factory off after just 4 Hellions, as we saw MorroW do. So to be able to just go ahead and say, all right, you know what? No, I don't need any of that stuff to defend. I could just use my 1 queen for now until I have roaches up. That's just a great amount of information to have. So Messiah in a really good position right now. He's starting to move forward with some roaches. I'm shocked that he's actually going for this on a map like this, but he's going for the Roach Bane Ling bust here. It does have that Bane Ling that's completing and be able to morph in these Banes right over here. We already see 7 on the way. With only 1 bunker up, no siege tanks, nothing of the sort here from MorroW. MorroW could actually be in a ton of trouble.
He is also super supply blocked. Oh my god, there's no supply depots going down right now. Oh my god, yeah, he's super supply blocked. MorroW is just going to hold things off at the choke point right now for his opponent, Messiah. Messiah is just going to head on right up the ramp. He's got a pretty nice force here. He could do some serious damage if he gets those Baneling hits off quite right. Yeah, he gets several SCVs. Nice kills. Oh, so many SCVs die, and MorroW is in a lot of trouble. The supply depot going up there, and they will hold off the attack for right now inside his mate, but the damage has been done here inside that natural.
It absolutely has. That was beautiful from a Zerg perspective. He could even bust down these supply depots once he gets these additional bandings up in this positioning. The triple supply depot wall unfortunately going to cause him a lot of trouble when the 6 bandings blow up all 3 at the same time right here. And here they come. Unless he target fires those bandings before they get up there, he's going to lose all 3. All 3 supply depots go down. The Lings are streaming in. A couple Roaches unfortunately still attacking the command center on the low ground, but a lot of SCVs are going to go down right now from MorroW. He's just getting further and further behind this game. Oh my god, their workers kill tab is just nothing less than disgusting right now. 30 workers have been killed by Messiah. Even if he loses the rest of this army, it doesn't matter. It's 38 drones to 11 SCVs right now. The only thing MorroW has going for him right now is he has triple orbitals, so he can triple SCV produce and triple mule to try to get back in this game, but I don't think it's going to be enough whack.
31 workers killed. That's never good. I mean, I don't care how even it is. It's just, or how unbalanced the score, the general stats are for the game. I mean, you got to be kidding me, man. 31 workers, especially this early on, is just absolutely brutal. Some damage going on here, and some more harassment being done by Messiah. He's going to try and see if he can get this Expo down. It's not going to happen, though. Some nice Hellion attack as well with some Heroics. That will hold off his opponent, Messiah, for a little bit. Baneling just being sent in there to die, and Messiah is going to lose these 2 Roaches as well. Messiah in tiny bit of trouble with those units. He just definitely does not want to lose those. He wants to hang on to those for map control, maybe control the Xel'Naga towers. Really keep an eye on his opponent. And bunkers going down now for MorroW. He's staying in this game. He's not giving up, and he is just going to pump away with those mules again with the 3 orbitals. And yeah, man, he's cranking out those workers, trying to get back in shape.
Indeed, he is. Triple SCV production going to be so unbelievably crucial right now. Actually, only making 2 at a time right now, so has to make sure that literally he needs 24/7 just constant upkeep on those SCVs, man. At any moment that he's not producing SCVs right now is just hugely bad for him. Unfortunately, he was supply blocked yet again, causing me some big problems for him. Oh, never completed his wall off again, and a ton of Speedlings stream into the main base. A couple going over to the side to morph into Banelings. I hope MorroW noticed that, because if he actually gets baited over to the side by these Lings up on the side, he could be in a lot of trouble. Oh my god, I don't think he noticed. The SCV is going back to mine. The rest of the army, oh no, it's going back into the natural. The Banelings are about to pop out here for Messiah. Oh my god. MorroW out of position. Are they going to run to the mineral line? Oh, he realized they're barely in vision range of his refinery. He realized Messiah, with a lack of multitasking, doesn't send them in quick enough. And now, actually, this Marine might be able to pick them up before they can actually get to the SCVs. Nice save there by MorroW. Needs to keep those SCVs alive. That is everything right now. Takes out every single Baneling. And MorroW may have gotten himself just a little bit back into this game. He's certainly not in a good position by any stretch of the imagination. 27 workers to 58 right now. But at least he hasn't just immediately died already.
Yeah, I mean, the supply blocks are definitely not helping.
Not at all.
He's really got to watch out for those if he wants to come back in this game. Tons of banelings being morphed in right now for his opponent, Messiah. Messiah is just continuing with some creep spread. He has basically joined up his 3 base, could get a little bit more creep from his main and get that creep extended out towards the middle of the map a little bit. He is cranking away with 3 bases. He's getting them defended. He's looking pretty good economy-wise. Taking a look at the income right now. 55 harvesters for Messiah to 32 for his opponent MorroW. MorroW is going to lose these medevacs as well. Muta's out and about, and he's making a pretty crazy push. That was probably a bad idea.
Well, it was, yeah, I mean, it was kind of like his only shot. I'm actually surprised he didn't GG after losing that, because really, if the Zerg already has a third up at this point, like, his only chance was to be able to deny that third. If he didn't deny the third, at least kill some of the drones. It's like, all right, now you've lost your army, and you're still economically just as far behind as you probably thought you were. He is getting back, you know, into it a little bit, 41 SCVs to the 70 drones, but it's just not going to be enough. I mean, Messiah has so much gas right now that he can either just make an unbeatable Muta Ball for what MorroW has to be able to deal with it, or he can morph in infinite banelings and just bust the heck out of the front of MorroW. Either way, MorroW is going to just have to be absolutely on the ball with his defense if he wants to even just stay alive, let alone win this game. Winning this game might be out of the question right now, but, you know, his decision to go double eBay right now is probably a good one to try to get back into it, hit with maybe some type of 1-1 timing. The problem is Messiah is no slouch. He didn't just like, all right, I'm going to make a bunch of units and go for a third base. He's also going for upgrades. He's already got 1-2 on the way.
Yeah, you can basically, if you look at the production tab, he's got constant upgrades and units being produced. He is well on top of his macro. 4th base going down as well. He is getting that that map secure. He's cranking out the creep tumors, trying to get that creep going. And yeah, he's got control of the middle of the map. MorroW's still on 2 bases. He's just playing very defensive, trying to get upgrades to hold off versus these mutas, and I don't know if it's going to be enough. He's got a couple missile turrets in very good places, I guess, but he's leaving himself a couple openings. If his opponent finds those, could possibly still sneak in. And it appears that Messiah is just going to head on over, man. He's going to start to do that damage.
Oh, this could be so devastating for MorroW. All of his Marines caught not behind the supply depots. He's really got to use those supply depots to absorb most of the banelings to keep his Marines alive. If the Marines die to the banelings, you know, it's like the supply depots don't do anything for you at that point. So he's got to be really, really careful. He's already spreading out all of his Marines in a really nice spread to make sure that they're not going to take any type of efficient damage from those banes. But will it be enough to defend this 3rd base? I got to tell you, man, if MorroW somehow pulls off this game into a win, I can't even express how impressed I will be. We already see baneling mines getting set up here by Messiah. MorroW even has a Marine right over one. But of course, he's not going to blow it up just for 1 Marine. Muta's going to go ahead and pick those off. Maybe he can bait a couple of the Marines into position. But I doubt it. MorroW, it would be just so bad for him to actually move out right now that the baneling mines probably won't even do anything for Messiah, since I'm assuming MorroW is just going to want to turtle off 3 base and build up as close to 200 as he possibly can.
Yeah, the unit count's not even close, as now Clash is making Messiah is making his way into the expos of MorroW and just doing quite a bit of damage. He's going to head on into the mineral lines there, finishing off several of the units at the mules of MorroW, and yeah, this is pretty brutal right now. I'm surprised MorroW hasn't GG'd out.
Yeah, I'm guessing he just, you know, really didn't want to get knocked out in the 1st round, especially just something like a Roachling Bane bust here. But unfortunately, that is the reality of the situation. I mean, Messiah is just expanding everywhere. He's continuing to get sick upgrades. His Hive Tech is just about to complete, so he can go ahead and continue into 3-3. His mutas are demolishing everything. There just aren't even enough Marines to deal with these mutas, you know, let alone enough of an army to deal with the ground army that we have massing up from Messiah over here on the right side of the map. So, unfortunately, 80 food to 175. MorroW probably not long for this world.
Yeah, and I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with the multitasking ability of Messiah. He's been very, very good at keeping his upgrades going, and I think a lot of people kind of forget how important they are. And you know, he's been on top of that. He's getting his he's got his Lings 2 Carapace 1 attack. Meanwhile, his Muta's at 0-1. Looking at MorroW has got 1-1 on his Marines right now, and not much else. I mean, Burrow's been researched so he can detonate banelings across the map. He's got total map control. It's been looking like he's been been winning this for a long time now. And third base going to go down, and there it goes. There's the GG.
Indeed, some sick marine control there by